You were fine all day, productive, present, handled everything. Then you lay down, and it all arrived at once. The checkpoint has watched this pattern cross the station more often than almost any other. A person who moves fast, works hard, stays occupied from the first hour to the last. And then, the moment the schedule ends, the weight shows up. Anxiety, sadness, a heaviness that does not match anything that happened today. And the first instinct is to call it exhaustion. But it is not exhaustion. Exhaustion does not arrive with questions. This does. What arrived is not new. It has been there the entire time. You did not create it by stopping. You uncovered it by stopping. Now, pay attention to this. Movement is not the same as processing. You can move through an entire day, answer every message, finish every task, say the right things to the right people, and still not have spent one honest second with what you are actually carrying. The busyness was not productivity. It was a buffer, and it works. That is the problem. It works so well that you start to organize your entire life around never having a gap. The podcast on the commute, the phone before bed, the plan for tomorrow made before today has been felt. Because the alternative is a room with no noise, and the thing you have been outrunning sitting in the chair across from you. The checkpoint has seen what people store in motion. Grief they did not finish. Conversations they did not have. A version of themselves they are not ready to meet yet. None of that disappears because the day was full. It just waits. Most people never notice this. They do not notice because the culture rewards the running. Busy is praised, productive is admired. And no one asks what you are producing all that motion to avoid. So the loop keeps going. Work, plan, scroll, sleep. Work, plan, scroll, sleep. And the thing underneath stays exactly where it was. Patient, heavy, untouched. Here is what the checkpoint needs you to understand. The feeling that hits when you stop is not a malfunction. It is a delivery. It is everything you deferred during the hours you were in motion, arriving at the first open window. And if you keep closing that window with noise, with tasks, with another episode, with one more thing to check, the delivery does not cancel. It compounds. That is why some nights feel heavier than they should. Not because something bad happened today, because something real has been trying to land for weeks, and you keep rescheduling the arrival. The checkpoint sees what you have been doing, and it was not weakness, it was management. You kept moving because you did not trust that you could handle what would come if you stopped. That is not a flaw. That is a strategy you built in a season where stopping really was not safe. But that season may be over, and the strategy is still running. The checkpoint ran this loop once. Months of motion, called it discipline, called it drive. It was a man who could not sit in a quiet room without hearing something he was not ready to answer. So the practice is not to clear your schedule and force yourself to feel everything at once. That is not bravery. That is flooding. The practice is smaller than that. Tonight, before the phone, before the next episode, before the plan, give the delivery 5 minutes. Sit. Do not fix anything. Do not narrate it. Just let whatever has been waiting arrive. 5 minutes. That is enough for the body to know the window is open. If sitting in silence feels like too much at first, drift inward can meet you there. It builds a meditation around what you are actually feeling. Not a generic track, but one shaped by your words, your mood, your moment. Sometimes the hardest part of stopping is not the feeling. It is not knowing what to do with it once it arrives. The app gives you a way in. That is the practice. The ruling, you are not falling apart when you stop moving. You are finally arriving. And the thing waiting for you in the stillness is not a threat. It is the part of your life you have been too busy to live. The checkpoint does not wave through cargo that moves too fast to inspect. Slow down. Open it. See what you have been carrying.